first time since the breakup of the Shiv Sena and the creation of Balasaheb Uddhav Thackeray faction, it is Eknath Shinde, the current Chief Minister of Maharashtra, that is visiting Ayodhya. Shiv Sena, before it broke into two, has a long association with Ayodhya Ram Mandir. Amongst the car sevaks that were accused of demolishing Babri Masjid in 1992, members of the Shiv Sena were also present. Since then, Shiv Sena has shaped its ideology on Hindutva and has a huge vote base on its basis in Maharashtra. With the maha, vikas, ahadi being formed, allegations of the Shiv Sena losing its Hindutva ideology became rife. Now, with the breakup of the party, the cause of being the true Hindutva is being keenly contested between Eknath Shinde faction and the Uddhav Thackeray faction. Let's open up this discussion. Also quickly hearing in from Chief Minister Eknath Shinde, who's already arrived in Ayodhya and is going to be visiting Ram Mandir.
हमारे हिंदू हृदय सम्राट बाला साहेब ठाकरे जी का भी सपना था कि अयोध्या में भव्य दिव्य ऐसा राम मंदिर बने, और मैं इसलिए आदरणीय देश के प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी को बहुत धन्यवाद देता हूँ। तमाम राम भक्तों की ओर से उनका आभार व्यक्त करता हूँ, क्योंकि ये लाखों करोड़ों राम भक्तों का सपना वो पूरा कर रहे हैं।
All right, I'm going to quickly get in Rushali live on the telecast with me. She's joining me from Ayodhya. Rushali, what's the environment like? Obviously, huge preparations made as Eknath Shinde and his team and his workers and his volunteers all come together to visit the Ayodhya Ram Mandir.
Well, absolutely. More than 10,000 Shiv Sainiks have gathered from Maharashtra in different pockets of Maharashtra. Currently, I'm standing at the Sharyu River, which is important. I mean, Sharyu has her own importance, and Chief Minister Eknath Shinde is going to perform a maha arti also here. Here, in some time, the arti will start. But meanwhile, let me tell you, it's a huge gathering because people across Maharashtra have come over here. So certainly, they are visiting the Sharyu River, taking blessings as per some Shiv Sainik believes in the in Ram Lalla, and they are saying that they have come here to visit the Ram Mandir. They want to see how the preparations are going on of construction of Ram Mandir, and we have a few locals also here. क्या कहेंगे, बहुत तादाद में हम लोग देख रहे हैं यहाँ पर, और अभी पुलिस भी आई है. There is a huge security also at the Sharyu Ghat.
Right.
क्या कहेंगे, एकनाथ शिंदे जी आ रहे हैं,
उनका आगमन है अपने अयोध्या में, ऐसी कोई बात नहीं है. बट लेकिन
और भी हमारे साथ महिलाएं हैं जो अभी गंगा घाट का शरयू घाट का दर्शन करके आई हैं, और आप बात करने वाली थी, आपने कुछ कहा था. जी बिल्कुल,
मेरी बहन है जी. हम लोगों ने घूमा, बहुत अच्छा लगा और काफ़ी इंजॉय किया हम लोगों ने. अभी हम लोग आरती देखने वाले हैं और कल और अच्छा होने वाला है. हम लोग गोरखपुर से आए हैं. काफ़ी अच्छा रहा है यहाँ, बहुत एस्थेटिक व्यू आ रहा है, अच्छी वाइब आ रही है. ठीक है,
बहुत भीड़ भी लग रही है.
हाँ, भीड़ तो बहुत है काफ़ी. ये भी वाइब अच्छी लग रही है यहाँ का. बाकी हर जगह बहुत प्यारा है.
So you can see police security is completely tight up over here, and huge police protection.
Thank you, Rushali, for sharing those beautiful views of the Sharyu Ghat, where, like you said, the Aarti is going to take place. There is Eknath Shinde, the Chief Minister, who's going to be in the middle of things when it comes to performing the Aarti. He's going to be visiting the Ram Mandir. It is going to be inaugurated come January 2024, as has been promised by the BJP, by the Home Ministry as well. I'm going to start off this conversation with my panelists right now, and I'm going to get the side of the Shiv Sena and the side of the Uddhav Thackeray, the Balasaheb Uddhav Thackeray faction of the Shiv Sena. On the telecast with me right now is Krishna Hegde. Krishna Hegde, it's good to have you on the telecast with us. My first question to you is about the legacy wars that have continued to take place between Eknath Shinde's faction and Uddhav Thackeray faction. Now, there is allegation that has taken place time and again by the Uddhav Thackeray saying that the Shinde faction has tried to usurp Balasaheb Thackeray's legacy by visiting the Ayodhya Ram Mandir. What do you have to say about it?
See, in fact, we are with the ideology of Hindutva Samrat Balasaheb Thackeray ji, and he is our ultimate leader. In 2019, we fought on the Hindutva ideology along with the BJP. It is Uddhav ji who ditched the Hindutva ideology and went along with the Congress and NCP. What we are doing is re-establishing the Hindutva ideology, and therefore, as per the teachings of our leader, Sammanya Hindu Hriday Samrat Balasaheb Thackeray ji, we have gone back with the BJP, and therefore today we are all heading for the for Ayodhya to take our blessings from Lord Ram at the Ram Mandir. After that, we will also be visiting the Lakshman Kila and taking blessings of all the Mahans and the saints. I think instead of criticizing us, Uddhav ji should follow the Hindutva ideology which his father had always propagated. And today it's unfortunate that Uddhav ji has left the Hindutva plank and gone along with the Congress and the NCP.
Now, back in 2020, it was Uddhav Thackeray who was then Chief Minister of Maharashtra. He, along with his family and party workers and members, had visited Ayodhya Ram Mandir. He had even pledged 1 crore rupees for the temple site. Is there any difference between the ideologies of the Shinde faction and the Uddhav faction? Are you both not playing the Hindutva ideology that was the strong point of Balasaheb Thackeray, who founded the party?
Yes, once Uddhav ji has deserted the Hindutva plank, all the MLAs, all the ministers, all the MPs, all the important leaders of the Shiv Sena backed Eknath Shinde. And today, even the election commission gave us, as you are aware, the auspicious bow and arrow symbol. And Uddhav ji is no longer fighting on a Hindutva plank. It is we who are along with the BJP. In 2019, as I said, we had projected Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi ji as our leader, as the Prime Minister. And today also in 2024, we are doing the same. And as you are aware that, Uddhav ji now can't go back in 2024 and say that he is with the Hindutva, because he's already with the Congress and NCP. And they are, very far away from Hindutva. The people of Maharashtra will not forgive what has happened. They had given the mandate and the votes for the Hindutva alliance, and they had been ditched. Therefore, today the entire support is for Eknath Shinde, and the entire Maharashtra, the people of Maharashtra are with him. And not only that, apart from the Hindutva, we are also doing great work for the people of Maharashtra. There are several infrastructure projects.
I'll have to cut you short over there. I'll have to cut you short over there, Mr. Hegde. I'm also going to get in Dr. Raju Wagmare, who's a Congress spokesperson. We'll try to also keep a track of if we have the Uddhav Thackeray faction Shiv Sena member or a spokesperson who joins me on the telecast. Please let me know when he joins. Anand Dubey. Do we have Anand Dubey also on the telecast with us? PCR team, please tell me if we have Anand Dubey. He is the Uddhav faction spokesperson. Okay, so Anand Dubey, my first question to you, you heard it from Krishna Hegde, who's from the Eknath Shinde faction, and he's saying that because it was the Shiv Sena, which was once a united political party, and because Uddhav Thackeray digressed from the path of Hindutva, he ditched the Hindutva ideology by forming the quote-unquote unholy nexus or unholy alliance with the NCP and the Congress, and therefore it is Eknath Shinde and the Shiv Sena under him that are now rebuilding the Hindutva ideology that was at one point of time founded by Balasaheb Thackeray himself.
Namaskar. ये सब बेबुनियादी बातें हैं। उद्धव ठाकरे जी ने न कभी हिंदुत्व छोड़ा है और न कभी छोड़ेंगे। जो आज शिवसेना कह रहे हैं अपने आप को, आज मुख्यमंत्री बने वहां गए हैं, इनको भी अयोध्या का रास्ता यदि किसी ने दिखाया तो उद्धव ठाकरे जी ने दिखाया है। आपको याद होगा कि उद्धव ठाकरे जी मुख्यमंत्री बनने से पहले अयोध्या जाते रहे हैं, मुख्यमंत्री बनने के बाद अयोध्या गए हैं। आदित्य ठाकरे जी 15 जून को अयोध्या में थे, एकनाथ शिंदे जी उनकी अगवानी कर रहे थे। तो ये सब जो नाटक लोग करते हैं ना, बड़ा हास्यास्पद होता है कि हमने हिंदुत्व छोड़ दिया, इन्होंने हिंदुत्व पकड़ लिया। ऐसा कुछ नहीं। श्री राम भगवान हमारे भगवान है, वहां कोई भी जाता है, ठीक है, उनके चरणों में जाइए, लेकिन क्या मुंह लेकर आप जाएंगे? आप यदि कोई ऐसा कुकर्म करके उनके सामने जाते हैं जिसकी माफी नहीं है, जिसका क्षमा नहीं है, तो आपके ये नकली दर्शन करके क्या फायदा हो सकता है? आप एक पार्टी के पीठ में छुरा भोग देते हैं। आप एक मिनट आप किसी पार्टी को
समय कम है, 25 मिनट है, मुझे अपने सारे जो स्पोक्स पर्सन हैं यहाँ पे बात करनी पड़ेगी।
तब आप जब मेरी बात ही नहीं रखेंगी।
आप सही बात कर रहे हैं। आप जैसा आपने बोला, डिवीजन, आपका विभाजन हुआ जिसमें शिवसेना की पार्टी आई, एकनाथ शिंदे चीफ मिनिस्टर बने। पर यहाँ पे जो दूसरी एलिगेशन बताई जा रही है एकनाथ शिंदे फैक्शन द्वारा, वो कह रहे हैं कि पहले भी ऐसे कमेंट्स आए हैं जिसमें बोला गया है कि जो राम टेम्पल है उसको बाद में निपटा लिया जाएगा, उसकी अब प्रायोरिटी नहीं है। उन्होंने ये भी बोला, पहले ये भी बोला कि वीर सावरकर के लिए भारत रत्न का जो आपका डिमांड था उसको थोड़ा कम कर दिया गया। उसके बारे में आप क्या कहेंगे?
नहीं, देखिए, ऐसा है, कभी ये नहीं कहा गया कि राम मंदिर का विषय साइड रखिए, बहुत सारे मुद्दे हैं। अरे भाई, राम मंदिर बनना चाहिए, ये तो हमारा जीवन भर का एजेंडा रहा है, हमारे प्राण में राम है, हमने उसके लिए आंदोलन किया, तब बीजेपी भी पीछे थी जब हम आगे थे। एक विषय वो हो गया। और दूसरा जो आप कह रहे हैं कि वीर सावरकर जी पर खुले मंच से आदरणीय उद्धव ठाकरे जी ने राहुल गांधी जी को चेतावनी दी, उन्होंने बात मांग ली, विषय समाप्त हो गया। तो मैं नहीं समझता कि इन सब चीजों को आज यहाँ क्यों ला रहे हो। आप गए हो दर्शन करने, लेकिन हनुमान जी का दर्शन पहले करना, क्योंकि हनुमान जी आपको पहचान लेंगे। आप एक काल नेमी का रूप बना के वहां जा रहे हो ना, तो आप पहले उनका दर्शन करना, उनसे क्षमा याचना करना, तब श्री राम भगवान का दर्शन करना। नहीं तो आपको क्षमा याचना नहीं है।
ओके। और एक और बात आनंद दुबे जी, अब यहाँ पे जो असली हिंदुत्व पार्टी है, असली हिंदुत्व पार्टी बाला साहेब ठाकरे के नक्शो कदम पे चलने वाली उद्धव ठाकरे की पार्टी है कि एकनाथ शिंदे की पार्टी है?
कमाल करती, एक कैसा प्रश्न हो गया। अरे भाई, उद्धव ठाकरे जी शिवसेना प्रमुख है, शिवसेना के नेता हैं। 1, 2, 5, 10, 40 विधायक जाने से पार्टी थोड़ी किसी की हो जाती है। हम कहते हैं किसी पार्टी में 2 ही विधायक हों और वो दोनों चले जाएं तो पार्टी उसकी हो जाती है। ये तो चुनाव आयोग, क्या कहें अब चुनाव आयोग के बारे में, अब कुछ कह नहीं सकते। आजकल तुरंत केस हो जाता है, आप जानती हैं, इसके लिए हम कुछ कहेंगे नहीं, दुनिया जानती है। देश इसका जवाब देगा जब चुनाव आएगा ना। जैसे कस्बा विधानसभा में पुणे में जवाब दिया है, वैसे मुंबई महानगर पालिका में दुनिया बता देगी, जनता बता देगी कि असली पार्टी किसकी है और नकली कौन है। इस पर मैं ज्यादा टिप्पणी नहीं।
तो ये भी सवाल उठाए गए थे कि क्योंकि आपने अलायंस बनाया, महा विकास आघाड़ी गवर्नमेंट का निर्माण किया, जहां पे एनसीपी था, कांग्रेस था, जिनकी आइडियोलॉजीज हिंदुत्व आइडियोलॉजी से बिल्कुल अपोजिंग थी, उसके ऊपर भी मुद्दे उठाए गए।
हाँ, हमने बनाया अलायंस, क्योंकि जब देवेंद्र फडणवीस जी और अजीत दादा पवार शपथ ले लिए, हम क्या करें? जब उनकी विचारधारा एक हो सकती है, हमारी भी विचारधारा एक हो सकती है। हम कॉमन मिनिमम प्रोग्राम चलाने के लिए महाराष्ट्र के विकास के लिए एक महागठबंधन बनाए और उसको अच्छे से निभाए। लेकिन उसका ये मतलब नहीं कि हिंदुत्व छोड़ दिया। हिंदुत्व कहाँ छोड़ा है? देखिए, हिंदुत्व तो हम साथ लेके चलते हैं।
Okay. So there you heard it from Anand Dubey from the Uddhav faction of the Shiv Sena. I'm going to quickly get in Shaina and see also on the telecast with me. So Shaina, amidst this tom-tomming of who is a bigger Hindutva, who's a better Hindutva, who follows the Balasaheb Thackeray legacy, there is Eknath Shinde who has already arrived in Ayodhya. Uddhav Thackeray has been visiting Ayodhya time and again, even before his chief ministership. How is this a tussle that is taking place, or can both parties survive alongside each other?
Let me please say on record that ours is not some politics of convenience, The old Uddhav Thackeray Shiv Sena seems to have forgotten who they won 2014 on by tom-tomming and using Modi ji's photographs in 2014, in 2019, and pretending to be on this agenda of Hindutva. I want to ask two simple questions. Post 2019, this politics of convenience where you forget your vichardhara, forget your ideology, and jump the bandwagon with the most corrupt Congress and NCP to form a government only for the lust for power. If your MLAs are unhappy with you and your style of working and choose to leave the party, form another party which is committed to the ideology of Hindutva, which is committed to the vision plan of Modi ji, which is committed to stability and good governance and development agenda. And you term that as some kind of a fraud, and now you come into this pseudo-Hindutva mode.
Okay.
This is not politics of convenience. This is flip-flop only for the lust for power and a sight of desperation.
Okay.
I'd like to repeat, this is nothing but desperation.
Okay.
Eknath Shinde ji going to Ayodhya is part of the thought process why he chose to leave his party and form another party. The Uddhav Thackeray faction has only used politics of convenience. It is Eknath Shinde ji who is aligning on the premise of the popularity of Prime Minister Modi, realizing that there is a common agenda of justice to all and appeasement to none, and that is true Hindutva.
Okay. Before I get Congress spokesperson, I think Anand ji may wants to make a point. Quickly, Anand ji.
2014 में भारतीय जनता पार्टी ने नरेंद्र मोदी जी की फोटो लगाई, हमने बाला साहब ठाकरे जी की फोटो लगाई। 2019 में हमने नरेंद्र मोदी जी की फोटो लगाई, उन्होंने बाला साहब ठाकरे जी की फोटो लगाई। हिसाब किताब बराबर हो गया। 2019 में पहले शपथ देवेंद्र जी और अजीत दादा ने ली, बाद में हमने एनसीपी और कांग्रेस के शपथ ली। हिसाब किताब बराबर हो गया। अब बताइए क्या बोलती।
Okay. So there, I think what China NC said, and there is a retort by Anand Dupe. But let's get in the Congress over here now. Dr. Raju Wagmare, how do you? I'll come to you. I'll come to you, Shaina. Dr. Raju Wagmare, how do you see? How do you witness this evolution of Eknath Shinde party, which has just recently been divided? The Shiv Sena that has been divided has been factionized, and also the ideologies which truly don't match of the ahadi government that came together, and now also it is the tri-party coalition that has been formed, which is the NCP, Congress and the Shiv Sena. Now questions were raised then when you formed the government, questions are being raised now as well. Because on one side, it used to be Kapil Sibal and other erstwhile Congress leaders who would fight the case in the courts against the building of the Ram temple and backing the Babri Masjid demolition. And here it is, both the Congress, both the Shiv Sena parties, the Uddhav Thackeray faction as well as the Eknath Shinde faction, going on tom-tomming their ideologies and alliances and obeisance to the Hindutva faction, to the Hindutva ideology.
See, you have to see one thing very clearly. People must understand what is Hindutva and what is exactly definition of Hindutva. Hindutva is a one-sided, everybody says it is a culture. So 85% people in this country are Hindus. So everybody is saying, we are saying our Hindutva. What is Hindutva? It is a culture. So first of all, the timing of BJP, they started talking about Hindutva. It is after Balasaheb Thackeray talked about Hindutva. When Babri Masjid demolished, not a single leader of Bhajpa was ready to come forward and say that we demolished the Babri Masjid, but Balasaheb Thackeray came forward and said that we demolished the Babri Masjid. Now, China NC here was talking about the politics of convenience. The BJP, it is a mother of politics of convenience in the whole country. Every state BJP went as a small brother, younger brother, and then BJP took over that brother, killed that brother, and become big. So politics of convenience, the BJP is the mother of that. Okay. So what moral rights they have, and talking about this other party, that is number 2, and number 3, last point, that when everybody is asking that Uddhav ji went with Maha Vikas Aghadi, that means they lost Hindutva. But when BJP went with PDP in Jammu Kashmir, that time what happened?
Okay.
Where that Hindutva went?
Okay, that's a good
And
point.
here,
You've raised a good point. Yeah, you've raised a good point. Yes.
1 minute.
Yeah,
1 minute.
quickly.
When Uddhav ji came with Congress and Rashtrabadi, that time this both party, they never said that they are against Hindutva because there are Hindu people in our party. Everybody is Hindu over here. So we never talked about we don't want Hindutva or we kill Hindu people. But the PDP was killing Hindu people. And still the Bhajpa went, Modi ji went and sit on their chair and their Modi
Okay, fair enough. You established your point. We understand. The viewers hear you. I'm also going to get Deshratan Nigam. Deshratan Nigam, how do you respond to the allegations, the points that have been raised by Dr. Raju Wagmare?
Megha, in fact, if you make the entire chain, we did see Uddhav Thackeray, Shiv Sena moving away from Hindutva. In fact, they started questioning the Ram Mandir and its construction also by BJP. And then they kept on tolerating the Rahul Gandhi's diatribe and insulting remarks against Veer Savarkar. They could not do because they had already shaken hands with the Congress and NCP. So the chain is clearly established. And now to re-establish the bond which was broken by Shiv Sena with the Hindutva and Ram Mandir, I think Mr. Shinde is going to Ayodhya to re-establish and also to point out to the Uddhav Thackeray Shiv Sena that we are the real Shiv Sena. And Election Commission has already given a verdict in this regard, and which already is actually pending. But today the fact remains that Ram Mandir is going in full swing, despite the fact that the Congress's stalwart lawyers tried to put a spoke and a spanner in its construction through hearing in the Supreme Court, where they did not want it to be heard before the elections. So the credentials of the Congress and the opposition parties are very well established in this regard. And therefore, to come out here and say, and let me tell you, sab Ram ke hain. Some people remember just before the elections, others keep them in their heart. So I don't make that distinction. जो भटक गए हैं वो भी वापस आ जाएंगे, चाहे वो कांग्रेस में हो, चाहे वो शिवसेना में हो. Ultimately, the cause should win. Political parties may have their narrow considerations, but the cause of Hindutva and the Ram Raj or the Sanatani Raj must win and prevail. And these are the basic ingredients of our civilization and culture, which the India is now assembling.
Can I say something?
Okay, yes, Dr. Raju, quickly, yes.
See, first of all, they have to understand the history. Who opened the Babri Masjid and who opened the Ram Mandir? That is Rajiv Gandhi. Who opened it?
Judge ordered. Judge Pandey.
No.
Judge Pandey's order.
Rajiv Gandhi.
Judge Pandey's order. Please read that order. Please read that order.
Rajiv Gandhi broken the
No, he could not. He could not have broken the road.
Rajiv Gandhi was the first person.
Sir, you are lying on the national channel.
I am telling the truth. You please
read Judge Pandey's order. Please listen to me. Listen to me. Mr. Wagmare, listen to me. Please read.
Okay. Let's not get into it. It would be a long discussion. There already has been a Supreme Court order on building of the Ram Mandir. That debate has already been cleared out. But okay. I'm also short of time. Right now, the focus on the Ram Mandir, the focus on the Shiv Sena led by Eknath Shinde. There is obviously some commotion that is being created with regards to the Uddhav Thackeray faction. Who is the real Hindutva? Number one question. And importantly, but most important of it all, that the Ram Mandir is going to be completed, its construction is going to be completed. January 2024 is when it's expected to be launched, inaugurated, which is going to be right before the Lok Sabha elections. Is that going to showcase a bigger impact come the 2024 elections? And also when it comes to the Maharashtra Mumbai municipal elections, will Eknath Shinde be able to gain brownie points and woo the audiences and the voters?
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.